Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to a short edition of Joe Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel. In this edition, it's a little vlog update for the channel where I wanted to go ahead and point out, in case you don't follow me on X, one of the things that I've been tweeting out is letting people know prices are going up. So I had a little video recently where we were talking about Steam machines, and I mentioned that we have this RAM crisis going up. Where all the RAM production capacity has been bought up through the next year at some factories. Well, more and more factories are selling their capacity, and as a result, this means that GPUs are now suffering because, well, the same RAM that goes in the computers also has to go into the GPUs. So if you don't already have your graphics card that you want for next year, get it now. And the same is going for CPUs. Hard drives and SSDs are also suffering. The only thing that doesn't seem to be an issue where you're going to be able to get plenty of whatever you want. There's motherboards. I mean, a motherboard's not much good if you can't get a CPU, memory, storage, a GPU for it. Those integrated boards are looking better and better. Like a nice N100 motherboard. You still have to snap on some memory to that. But other than that, it comes with everything else. So anyways, if you don't already follow me on X, you'll find a link in this description of this video to my X account, or at the bottom of any videos that are on my channel on YouTube. And I'll try to make sure to provide the same links on Odyssey, on Rumble, and any place else that this goes up. Or if you're watching us on X, well, you've already got the best that there is. Now, I don't have a magic, crystal ball here. In fact, all I've got is a magic 8-ball, and it gives me terrible advice most of the time. Although, this one time, the magic 8-ball actually gave me good advice, and I'm not going to be affected by this. I have all the stuff I was planning on using for next year already. Ta-da! I'm just very, very lucky. Usually this is not the case. Normally I'm a very, very unlucky fellow, unfortunately, or at least that's the way it seems to me. So this time I've got plenty of boards, plenty of CPUs for everything that I plan to do computing-wise next year. In fact, I've got a couple of extra GPUs, and I'm vendor agnostic. It's not just AMD. There would be more blue boxes up there, except for the fact that, Intel has had problems with oxidation of their CPUs due to semiconductor fabrication mistakes, I would say, for their 13th and 14th generation. That's why what you see up here is a 12th generation. So whenever I get around to it, I'll put that together into something. And then there's like all kinds of other crazy components. I basically live in what could charitably called a warehouse. So you can have fun playing a little bingo, figuring out all the stuff you see. So it's like server components and network switches, and there are whole computers in the boxes, and more computers in the boxes, and fans, and even more motherboards back there. It's just all kinds of stuff all piled up. I'm surprised the porch pirates haven't found me yet, as many Amazon packages are usually dropped off at my door. Or, power supplies, anything you can think of that's computing related, lots and lots of them. One philosophy that I've always had with building computers for my own use is that I always like to max out the amount of memory that they have. Okay, yeah, I'm not really big on cable management. I'm more about whatever gets the job done. But the good thing is that since I always max out all the memory, that means that for this particular little crisis, I am prepared. So I've got like DDR4, DDR5. It's not the fastest stuff, but it's good enough. It's all about capacity for me. And I'm always trying to ensure that if I'm going to go to the trouble of buying it, might as well max it out. And I'm more of like whatever's good enough to get the job done. That's why these aren't like super duper motherboards. I've got some other ones that are more expensive for some other use cases like workstations and stuff. But these are like a little cheaper boards that I'll chew up for like AI use and other things where I don't have to worry that much. What I want to go ahead and say is, like I said, if you are considering, if you're on the verge where like, I could use another computer, or the one that I've got is not cutting it anymore, and I was planning on looking at getting another one, don't wait. Don't wait. Get it now. You're not going to find any cheaper sales by Christmas. The prices are definitely going to continue to go up. Not only that, but because production lines are basically being shuttered for new stuff, the prices on used equipment is going to go up as well. Used is okay. Personally, I don't mind using used equipment. Whatever gets the job done is good enough for me. Of course, I'm a little bit more of a tinkerer, so if these computers cop me an attitude, I can give them an attitude adjustment. So I don't care. And I'm more than happy to save money on used stuff. If you don't have that skill to do that, you can always find a friend. Everybody knows somebody that would be able to help them out and buy your friend a pizza or a beer or maybe both. And I'm sure they can help you find something if the new equipment costs too much. But no matter what it is that you're looking at, whether it's new or used, components or whole computers, it will cost more later. I say that because, as I mentioned in the video where we were talking about the Steam Deck and mentioning that some of the memory manufacturers have pre-sold their manufacturing capacity for all of 2026, well, now more of them have. Not only that, but they're starting to sell 2027 as well. This winter of PC part unavailability could last multiple years. I've seen some estimates where it could be as bad as maybe the next 4 years. We have very constrained capacity. You can blame Project Stargate for that. No, it's not the gold, suck it up everything. That's that government program where OpenAI and friends are building, super AI data centers, and they estimate they're going to use 40% of all the RAM in the world for their project. So it basically puts pressure on everything else. And if you're wondering, well, how does that translate down to my little 8 gigabyte stick? Well, it does, because production stops for all the other RAM because it gets diverted to the higher, more expensive stuff. And now those 8 gig sticks aren't being produced anymore. And it becomes, ta-da, supply and demand. So less sticks on the market, price more. So pain. Lots of pain for consumers. So the one saving grace about all this is Windows 10. Oh boy, thank you Microsoft for doing such dumb things and obsoleting your operating system early and telling all these people and corporations, you should just go out and buy new computers because we hate you and we think you're dumb. So there's lots of computers that are perfectly good and will be great to be harvested for memory and storage and all kinds of parts that are out on the market right now. Grab one of those refurbs before the prices go up and shuck them. Or you could just wipe them and put Linux on them, and they'll be a better machine than they ever were under Windows. So don't wait. Prices are going up. Like I said, this one time I actually lucked out, and so I've got GPUs to spare, CPUs to spare, motherboards to spare. Well, I say spare, but I'm actually going to use all of these. They were all purchased for specific purposes. Every once in a while, I'll get lucky and get something like on sale, and I'll tuck it away because I use them eventually. So anytime I see the prices dip, I grab one and throw it away for a rainy day. Ooh, the rainy day is today. In fact, it's going to be all next year, and maybe the year after that, and after that, and after that. If this goes 3 or 4 years, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Like I said, if you're thinking about an extra computer or if you need to replace the one that you have, don't wait.